bring a little bit of a Nigga Nation news brief. I just heard I guess I stumbled across an article, and it was speaking in reference to how that Steven Jackson, Stack 5, had once again responded to Kanye in regards. Well, I guess he has originally. Well, let's start from the beginning. Now, when Kanye West was doing the Drink Champs interview, he had made a comment in regards to George Floyd. You know, I mean, I'm pretty certain, but I can't be 100% sure because they've taken the interview down from the internet. When fentanyl was a contributing factor, you know, that I guess from his perspective, I guess from the perspective that he had heard from, let's say Candace Owens' documentary on George Floyd, that the knee wasn't so much of a factor as it was his usage of fentanyl. So what has occurred what occurred after then was that George Floyd's baby's daughter's mother, had decided that, you know, she was going to file a lawsuit. You know, and it was interesting to me because I had known that Kanye West, had given the daughter's family, $2 million to go toward her college education. So Ye responds in regards to how he's puzzled, and he feels like most of us believe that the woman, I don't know whether her name is Roxy or he had mentioned some other name, Gianna. This is what Stack 5 mentioned, some other name. I don't know whether or not she's put up to it or not, but it was from, you know, it's from our perspective that, hey, you know, judging by the way the media is handling Kanye and how other celebrities and prominent figures who you would think, some of which you would think would, if not at the minimum, just shut their fucking mouth up in regards to Kanye's situation. They also they're having things to say with regards to Russell Simmons or Damon Dash or just about anybody who they could pretty much get not necessarily a supportive response to what Kanye is doing or saying, but just someone just a response. I guess for the most part, Ye news is big news because for the past couple of weeks, Ye has been pretty much running the media. So Stack 5, he comes on and he has a response to Ye. Now I know that they may have a similarity. I'm not for certain or not. I don't know. In one article, it mentions that Floyd was merely Steven Jackson's friend. He wasn't his brother, but that's neither here nor there. The lawsuit that Ye was addressing to the person who was allegedly doing the lawsuit was directly to that person. So I'm in confusion to why Stack 5 would even have anything to do with it. It just seems as if, I mean, I know he has a program. We all have, a lot of us have a platform that we want to build up and boost. So I guess what he does, he comes, I guess it's part of the game is coming out where you have hot news, because like right now, what am I doing? I'm talking about Stack 5, but this is, again, I guess we all have our right to our own opinion. But for this particular thing, you know, for one thing, I guess he's pretty much, in my opinion, I guess I would be excited if you know, but then again, I'm not much of a celebrity idol worshiping type of guy. I guess if someone who is much more, I mean, I know the Steven Jackson, Stack 5 basketball playing ass nigga, woo. He got his fame in his own right. But Stack 5 is nowhere near as wealthy. You know, even after they taking his billionaire status. He's nowhere near as wealthy as Kanye West. He is nowhere near as relevant as Kanye West. So, for not only, I mean, it's one thing to say, okay, y'all get on like the rest of the folks talking about how he crazy and he messing up the bag because he fucking with the Jews and anything like that. But for Stack 5 to go this level talking about, oh, don't get woke now cause you tender dick cause your woman left you. Nigga, Kanye West, I don't know, and that's another part I understand. Kanye West is always giving back to the community. You know, the Donda Academy, Don, in the name of his mama, he's giving back to the community. And not only that, he's employed countless black people in regards to doing in the course of doing his business. And not only that, in the position of a producer, he's boosted artists' careers by providing them, well, you know, platinum albums. But nevertheless, I don't understand, but I do understand. I don't get why the man even really, you know, okay, you want to stand up, this, that, and the third. Now, you know what happened in the situation, circumstances. If you was to stand when you called yourself trying to check Charleston White on what his opinion was in regards to Stack 5 and in regards to George Floyd. And there are many other countless white folks who might say, you know, that speak on a situation behind George Floyd, along with the other black folks. I don't know for certain whether you had this type of smoke for Candace Owens, but these are people's opinions, and this is what, in my opinion, is going to make Roxy or Gianna, whomever is planning and has plans of suing Kanye West because of something he said in regards to his opinion. I don't see what the purpose is. What the purpose is of even having anything to necessarily say about that business. You know, talking about, he made a point talking about, well, the $2 million that Kanye gave for the daughter, all of it didn't go to the daughter, it was split up. Now, whose fault is that? Now, the man earmarks, man, you've given up even more business than what was even known from the start, from what the public knew from the start. Why would they get that baby money? Why would they split that baby money up when they got allegedly got $28 million more? Now, they gave them $28 million. I mean, not necessarily gave. They were awarded $28 million for the alleged proposed wrongful death of George Floyd. So, in what world would you expect someone to be paid over $200 million just for the mere fact of sharing what they may believe based on whatever evidence? Because the evidence came out. Even on the stand when the coroner or the medical examiner was testifying, he didn't necessarily put it all on fentanyl. He said the fact he did list fentanyl as a contributing factor along with heart disease, and also, of course, all this did not make the fact that the officer put his knee on the guy any more easier on preserving his life. At the end of the day, all I see is people jockeying for a spot of adoration or some type of compliment for them people with the Jewish community, for those people who accuse Kanye West of anti-Semitism, even though a lot of us black people, I mean, they say by definition, you look up the word definition, it means someone coming from Africa, Semite associated with Africa. Most of us black people don't understand that shit. We don't understand how the fuck we can be anti-Semite when we've been considered to be niggas. Niggas in all types of media and forms of that nature, of entertainment, and being exploited and utilized in the name of us, in the name of them giving us a better opportunity in the areas of entertainment and sports. We don't get what y'all mean. You know, how the fuck y'all gonna call us racist when y'all when you say that being Jewish doesn't have anything to do with race. Jewish being Jewish has to do with your religion, the religion you practice. The people who are considered in the system of white supremacy, the people who are considered at the bottom tier of that system, all of a sudden we have, just for the mere fact, uh, it's something that necessarily that group of people don't like. Those group of people who are considerably a smaller percentage of the population in this country than the African American, Black, Negro folk. There's a considerable smaller percentage of those people, but with a magnanimous differential of wealth, of average wealth per family or household or individual or whatever, will have the nerve to accuse. I mean, I guess it's fair to say that to accuse the once richest black man in American history of racism. You know, because I guess you could say with the money comes the power, but then that would also be oxymoron, because even the fact that he had all that, supposedly had all that value or money, the fact he wasn't able to say what the fuck he wanted to say, even after he explained that it wasn't meant to be harmful, he doesn't have the power dynamic to practice structured and organizational and systemic racism against the Jewish people. So I don't know. But I do know one thing, man. I don't understand. Well, I do. Once again, I do understand. It just seems puzzling. It almost seems humorous how somebody who was just a couple of months walking through one of the most dangerous areas of Chicago, Illinois. I reside in Cook County, Illinois. I'm a stone's throw away from O'Block. Someone who was bragging and sticking his chest out for the mere fact he had to check into a gang neighborhood, as if that granted him some form of clout to be standing amongst a gang neighborhood, to somehow become the moral compass of someone else who is far more successful than them and has contributed far more to the culture than he has. But that's all I got, man. I just want to do a little drop on the way home. You know, I do appreciate all my people who support my channel, and I've had a significant increase of subscribers as of late, and that I am joyous of. I need a little help on my watch hours, but it's all good. We just grinding and we shuffling. We just grinding and the blind man shuffling. So with that being said, y'all have a great evening, and I wish you well for the remainder of this week. Peace to the nigga nation. Nigga nation or nothing. Who was that down there? Who that? I hate lames. 100. I hate lames too. I hate lames. Peace and love, yo. Nigga nation or nothing.